regarding the film Udaipur Files. In fact, in this, there's no immediate relief which is coming in for the producer. The film is not going to be released as of now. This because the Supreme Court has said that it will wait for the centre stand on cancelling the censor certificate as demanded by the Jamaat Ulema-e-Hind. Just to give you a quick background, remember, Udaipur Files is a film which does have the CBFC certification. It has asked for several, over 20 odd cuts were asked, which was made, after which it managed to get certification. But right ahead of its scheduled release, there was a plea which was there in the courts which said, this was by the Jamaat Ulema-e-Hind, asking for this censor certificate to be cancelled. So let me go across to Harish Nair, who's joining us, our legal editor, so that he can give us a perspective into what really happened in the Apex Court today. Harish, the court had asked earlier that the centre should be the one to decide whether the CBFC certificate stands or whether it should be scrapped. Is that the reason why today the SC also has said that let's wait, because the centre stand is still unclear on this?
Yes, that's right. For the benefit of our viewers, let me put things into perspective. Meghna, remember on July 10th, that is a day ahead of the scheduled release, the Delhi High Court had stayed the release and asked the Jamaat Ulema-e-Hind, the petitioner in the High Court, who said that this film is full of hate speech and there's a divisive and communal agenda. Therefore, the High Court said that you approach the central government, which shall take a stand on cancelling the censor board certificate. Until then, we are staying the release of the movie. And against that, the producer of the movie, represented through senior advocate and BJP national spokesperson Gaurav Bhatia, approached the Supreme Court. And also, there was another petition filed by one of the accused, Mohammad Javed, who said that the release at this juncture would prejudice his fundamental right to a fair trial. So Supreme Court said, as of now, we will not take any decision, pass any order, because the hearing by the Central Committee, the statutory body, will happen today at 2:30. Both of you, that is the producer of the movie and also the one of the accused, Mohammad Javed, who is opposing the release, both of you can put forth your points before the Centre's statutory body, which shall take the decision. It is the competent body authorized by the Delhi High Court, so we won't interfere. Let the central government's panel hold a hearing and take a decision by next Monday, when the Supreme Court will hear the matter next. So
that's
as of
very
now,
interesting. So essentially, till now, there is going to be no release. The stay on the release continues till the centre gives its stand. The High Court then is going to take a decision on it. Do stay on with us, Harish. In fact, let's tell our viewers, give them a bit of a context as to what exactly it is that the contentions have been made against and for the film. Against the film, as per the petitioners, that a film has the intent to vilify a specific community. However, you have the defendants, the filmmakers, who have said that it is a crime-specific, not community-specific. Remember, this is regarding the Sar Tan Se Juda murder, which had happened of a tailor, regarding which this film is based upon. Also, when it comes to the film, you have the petitioner saying that it is a threat to public order. However, the filmmakers said they have quoted the CBFC in saying that it is offending. Portions have already been cut. There are 55 edits which were suggested by the CBFC, and all those 55 edits have been made, after which the certification was given. Also, the petitioners have said that the visuals promote communal attitude in the film, to which the defendants, the ASG and the CBFC, have said that let the experts decide on the perspective whether it is promoting communalism or not. Let me go across to Atul Jain, who's an advocate, who's joining us with more details on this.
Mr. Exactly the case. Once the certificate is given, it is given for all purposes. But see, this is the situation where we are dealing with the sensitive issue of the killing of that gentleman. So the objectors, they have raised this objection saying that it might lead to communal disrupt. And the Supreme Court, being the guardian of the Constitution, it has prima facie given a view today that objectors have a prima facie view and balance of convenience also lies with them. So it has not in so many words given stay, but has given the direction to center to review the movie. And after, I mean, all the stakeholders, they are satisfied that yes, the movie does not have that element of causing the communal harmony, disrupting the communal harmony. I think the Supreme Court might give go ahead eventually. But as on date, Supreme Court probably has given the view that yes, prima facie a case is made out against the movie.
But Atul Jain, in this case, it is the centre who seems to have the ball in its court.
Absolutely. See, these all boards also, they are under the, under the Ministry of Information and Broadcast. And when it comes to center, I mean, the bodies which are already doing all this will do this further also. So let us see how center reacts to it. I mean, it is going to take a conscious decision. We are all hopeful about that. And let us await center's review on it.
Well, absolutely. Thank you so much, Atul Jain, for giving us a perspective onto how we expect this to continue in the coming days. But remember, the producers of Udaipur Files, as I was telling you earlier as well, they've completely disagreed with the contentions which have been made by Kapil Sibal and the Jamaat that he's representing. In fact, the producers have claimed that the film is fictionalized narrative which is based on true events. The additional Solicitor General representing CBFC in the case have argued that the film is not community specific, but it is crime specific. So let me go across to Udit Raj, who is joining us of the Congress Party. Udit Raj, how do you stand on this? The centre has the ball in its court, but the filmmakers again and again said, if you don't like the film, don't watch it. That is the premise of what free speech and free representation is all about. Do you agree?
See, the Udaipur File and such kind of other movies like Kashmir File and Kerala and all, they are to spread communalism and polarize.
Have you seen the file, Udit Raj? Have you seen the film, Udit Raj?
I've not seen, but of course.
How do you know that it's spreading communal hatred?
But let me tell you that, but by the way the track record of BJP government has been like this, and
but BJP has not made this film.
Sorry.
BJP has not made this film. You've not seen this film.
I've not seen, but Supreme Court must have seen something. Then it's not that the Supreme Court has not applied its mind.
But the Supreme Court has not stated either. It said let's wait and see what the centre says. Supreme Court has not said that it's spreading communal hatred.
The person who passed, he said that Supreme Court has stated. However, now...
No, okay, I'm sorry. Let me just put this into perspective. The Supreme Court said, let the centre decide on the certification. After that, we will take a call on it. Till then, the film is not going to release. Till the courts decide on it. So, Supreme Court has not said that there is communal hatred which is being spewed in the film.
I was given a wrong feedback. I thought that Supreme Court has stated because I have not feedback. I thought that Supreme Court has stated because I have not watched television. I'm not knowing.
Okay.
However, let the centre decide. But in all probability, what has been the track record, it will be the same. That the centre is, of course, of the same mindset to produce such kind of film.
But Udit Raji, you are the crusaders for the constitutions. You are going to be the constitution saviors. Don't you want to save free speech?
Of course, there are restrictions, also reasonable restrictions, subject to national integration, subject to public order and discipline. In the Constitution itself, all these things are mentioned. It's not that the blanket right is given to anyone for that matter, to me or anyone for that matter.
Which is surprising because that's what the Congress party said at the release of several other films. When you are saying that the BJP is censoring, you have a problem if the BJP censors, but Congress now is favouring those who want to censor.
Has been given unfettered right.
But Rahul Gandhi goes there. Rahul Gandhi goes there with a constitution in hand. He marches across, and everyone will say that yes, the constitution should be upheld. If constitutionally this film has the right to be shown, anyone who's offended may not watch it. Udit Raj, you'd agree with that, it is. I'm sure, because you believe in free speech. You always say you have.
It's against or for the constitution. And why are you bringing the Congress here in the debate?
Because you're of the Congress party. I can't ask you about the TMC or the BJD or any other party. You're from the Congress party, sir. That's why I'm asking you about the Congress.
The card has been like that. Chhawa film is what? This Kashmir file. Are all they were to communalize the society, polarize the society.
Okay, thank you so much for joining us, Udit Rajji, here on Times Now. Well, there you have it. The Congress's Udit Rajji has come out and said that every right, even of free speech, comes with certain boundaries. Let me go across to Swapnil Kothari, who's joining us, an advocate. Rahul Ishwar is also there with us. I'll just come to you in a bit. But Swapnil Kothari, legally speaking, does, as the Congress's Udit Raj has said, BJP government have a bad track record and they are clearing films with the aim for communal hatred? Whose decision is that as per the Constitution?
Well, Meghna, this argument is a very specious and an absurd argument. This doesn't survive in a court of law. It doesn't have to do anything with the BJP. The BJP may support a film, but it is not the ultimate arbiter of the film. When there is a matter before the body that governs the films, etc., at that time, it is very, very important that that particular body will take a call as to whether the film needs to be released or not, with or without cuts at the end of the day. Now, if the cuts are there, then so be it. If the cuts are not there, then so be it either. But to say that one particular community is targeted because of a particular film, and basically you're dealing with a Kanhaiya murder case. Now, if that murder case has got certain elements to it, then you have to portray the elements. You have to depict them. Now, the issue here, Meghna, the bigger issue here is that whether free speech is pertinent under Article 19(1)(a) of the Constitution, it is a fundamental right. Article 19(1)(a) of the Constitution, it is a fundamental right. Now, it is subject to public order and morality, and it is also subject to any possibility, the fact that there cannot be any riots or anything of that sort, or any community is being insinuated. Now, to that extent, the court may look into it as and when it is the decision of the court. Today, the Supreme Court has said that the Delhi High Court has refused to lift the stay. So be it. We can always wait for a day or two. Let the Union of India also come into the picture. Let there be a thorough review of that. And if thereafter, if any party, either the producers or the people who feel themselves, or a community that feels itself victimized, can either approach the court, and then the court will take an issue or take a call on that as to whether they release the film. But let me tell you one thing, Meghna. At the end of the day, this film will be released for the simple reason. Now, with certain cuts or with certain things here and there, there does not need to be any brouhaha about it, for the simple reason that freedom of speech is paramount. You cannot tell someone that you don't make a film because it antagonizes a particular community. You may order certain cuts, you may tailor it down to ensure that it doesn't look vilificatory. But to say that there should not be a release of a film, that is an absolute no in this democracy of ours.
Well, that's an interesting point, because tweaks have already been made. CBFC had suggested and 55 cuts have been made. Rahul Ishwar is also joining us. Now, Rahul Ishwar, are we as a society becoming more and more intolerant in the name of tolerance, intolerant towards any point of view, even if it is a film, even if it is a work of fiction, that we take so much offense, we will drag the filmmakers to the court when there is already a certification which has been given?
Every society believes that creativity should be accompanied by sensitivity and liberty should be accompanied by responsibility. Here the question is, this is based on a fact. Kanhaiya Lal was murdered. Let us be honest about it. There was a murder. It was sort of extremist attack. Nobody has dispute about this. Yes, like earlier Swapnilji said, or anybody else said, no vilification of any community should be said. No demonization of any particular community or targeting should be there. At the same point of time, this is a fact that happened. So let us not cover up facts. Yes, in cinematic liberty can be taken, but there is an extent to which it can be done. That's the reason why. Where to draw that line is decided by the court, civil society, media, and the government. I hope that that thing will come and the movie will be released, because movie showcases a very important aspect of Indian society where a poor tailor was being murdered on broad daylight, and that should definitely be exposed.
In fact, the filmmakers have said it's not about a community. It is about a specific crime that is being projected, does not vilify the entire community per se. Thank you so much, Rahul Ishwar, as well as Swapnil Kothari, for joining us here on Times Now.